In this next video, I want to help you understand your statistics within Aweber so you can actually see what your web forms are doing. So if we come over here, I'm actually going to pull up a web form for an example of that I have already have some numbers on it so you can actually see what to look for. What we've got here is some different data here when you go to actually web forms, and you can again select the web form you want to work with. It's going to tell you some different things. So you can actually have multiple web forms. You can actually see which web form performs better or which squeeze page is performing better for you. So as you can see with this option, I've been able to track and notice that this squeeze page format that I switched to gets almost a 23% unique higher, gets 23% almost more people opt in from the squeeze page, almost 50% than that were using my old format. And so it was kind of a neat way for me to test is I created two web forms, and this process is the same. You can go back and watch the creating a web form video. I created two different web forms. They were actually the very similar web forms, but I actually put them on two different squeeze pages and called one number one was number two, so I knew which one was which, and I could actually see which squeeze page performed the best. The data that you get back, you've got displays. A display is every time it actually shows up. So every time that squeeze page loads on a browser or that form is loaded, that's going to count as a display. If you're using your web form for like a squeeze page, you're going to oftentimes see a higher subscription rate, meaning a higher number of submissions for that. But if you are actually using it for like a blog, you actually may see a much lower number. So you might see 10,000 displays and maybe a 500 submissions or something like that, or 1,000 displays and 50 submissions, because not as many people on a blog are opting in, but it's important to have because you can pick up a lot of subscribers over time. So displays means every time it loads. Submissions is every time somebody puts in their name or email, or name, email, phone, whichever it is you have on that form. That's what a submission is. The S and D, that stands for subscriber submissions divided by your displays. So that is basically all displays divided by submissions. When it says unique displays, and you can actually mouse over any of these just to see what it means. This means every time it's been displayed by a unique visitor. And I'll give you an example of that. A unique display would be if I actually load up my form, let's say I go to my form 5 times, it's only going to be one unique display because only I've actually physically looked at it only one time. I'm one person looking at it from one unique IP address or computer. Now, if you pulled up your form in a different, like from a different location, or let's say, 5 other people from 5 different countries looked it up, then that's going to be unique. So unique displays give you a little better idea because regular displays could be you just checking your squeeze page, a couple times a day to make sure it works, so that can actually influence your data. So I tend to look at this as a better ratio, the S divided by UD. So basically that's the submissions, the total submissions divided by the unique displays. So right here, I actually have almost a 50% opt-in rate every time a unique visitor comes to my web form or to my squeeze page. So that tells you basically how it is, how it's working. So that, in a nutshell, again, is how you can actually track your statistics. It's a very simple way. And then we'll go over how to do even more tracking under reports in the next video.